Currently in the world, feminism has been a large debate today. Some people identify themselves as feminist, some as anti-feminist, and some wouldn't classify themselves as either. However, most women in the world today are feminists. Some people would argue that more women are not feminists. However, this has been shown recently to not be the case. In a recent research study, 61% of American women see themselves as feminists. As a result of this, more of the women population are feminists, so this is more than half of the female population. Looking at this, there are more women in America who are feminists compared to anti-feminists, so then this goes against the fact that more women are not feminists. Going into more detail in regard to the female population of who is and isn't a feminist can depend on the level of education you have. Pew Research Center came out with information that showed correlation between an individual's level of education and the likelihood of them being a feminist. The information for women who have a bachelor's degree or higher of education have around a 72% chance of identifying or classifying themselves as a feminist. However, if the individual only has a high school level of education, they have about a 54% chance of being a feminist. Just between these two levels of education, which seems to be a big jump in education, there is an 18% difference in the chance of a woman being a feminist. Once again, this information was conducted by the Pew Research Center, and it shows how a higher level of education will result in a woman being more likely to identify themselves as a feminist. Within the last few years, the number of people becoming feminists has been increasing over the years. One of the main aspects of more people becoming feminists has been through women. However, there has also been an increase in men becoming feminists. It is most common for women to identify themselves as feminists, but men are also starting to take part in this action because they want equality for everyone. And a part of feminism is people want equality in the world and through everyone, and it's not just about women. So taking part and playing a role in the feminist movement has been huge. Overall, there has been more and more women becoming feminists, as well as men joining in this action and movement. Within the last few years, there has been a growing amount of women who have been identifying themselves as feminists. With these growing numbers, they are hoping to bring equality to all women as well as everyone in the world. Now it can be clear to say more women are feminists, and this goes against the point that there are more anti-feminist women in the world, because that is not true. And if you want equality for everyone, you should join in becoming a feminist, and you can be part of the growing women population of feminists in the world today.